Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm very excited because I have in front of me here the LEGO Star Wars set number 75337, the ATTE Walker, to review here on the channel for you guys a little early, so thank you so much to the LEGO Ambassador Network for sending over this set to review for you guys on the channel. Without further ado, let's get into it. First up, we have a look at what seems to be a Separatist droid here. I believe this is a spider droid. We have the frontal cannon here, which can rotate back and forth. The legs are kind of flimsy. I mean, they're simply just hinged onto this like web type centerpiece, and they rotate quite easily, too easily one could say, because the pieces technically fall right out of your hands without you even noticing sometimes. The build of it isn't that bad. It is clearly a filler kind of side piece to include some more villains in the set, other than the battle droids that we have right there. In general, pretty cool build. I don't really have much else to say about this thing. I mean, it's average, and it's there, so that's it. Next up, we have a look at a fantastic minifigure selection featuring 3 battle droids. Here's a look at the battle droid. It is very simple, and I guess it's kind of necessary to have battle droids and like spider droids in a set like this because, you know, the clone troopers and Commander Cody need like an opposing force to fight against, especially if this is going to be considered as a play set. We also have 3 212th clone gunners in this set. Again, I'm going to take a look at one of them. They're all pretty identical. But as you can see, the printing is honestly phenomenal. LEGO nailed it right on the head. At the very back, we have some more printing with some orange peeking through, which I think looks great. We have a look at the head printing there, which I think is pretty cool. The flesh tone is actually quite accurate to the skin tone of Boba Fett and Jango Fett. The 212th troopers, in my opinion, are one of the best clone troopers that I've seen so far, especially mimicked in LEGO form. Next up, we have a look at the 212th clone gunner. Now, the detail here is honestly immaculate. As you can see on the helmets, we have a variety of printing there, from the gray on the side, and from the very top, we have like the faded orange with some immaculate scratch printing. That's kind of silver. It looks so cool. I love it so much. The rest of the helmet is like its peers, the other 212 clone troopers. And at the very back, we have the back printing with like this harness type belt piece going across the center of the torso, which looks great. And again, just for funsies, I mean, same head. What do we expect, right? Pretty cool, and I'm really happy to have this minifig in this set. Next up, we have a look at Phase 2 Commander Cody. Now, the detail here is honestly so immaculate and amazing. We have an orange visor near the helmet, and if you lift it up, we have some unique printing for him on his helmet, which I think looks great. Now, Commander Cody thankfully has a different headpiece than his peers there, which I think looks fantastic. Now, for comparison purposes, here's a look at Commander Cody with his unique headpiece, and here's a look at a regular 212th clone trooper with his normal headpiece there. The orange arms complement the minifig so well and flow in so nicely with the printing because we have some orange scattered throughout the chest piece, the leg piece, everywhere. I mean, this is a really fantastic minifig. I'm so impressed by it. Now that we have the minifigs out of the way, it is time to take a look at the actual build of the ATTE itself. Right here we have a look at the ATTE, and as you can see, the whole build of it honestly is so immaculate. At the very center, we have this little piece. It's like a handle that you can use to lift the ATTE to facilitate, I guess, transportation purposes. Now, as we lift it, the legs kind of wiggle, which I think is such a fun effect. And as it lands, they kind of like all go back into place. Like, I love that agility and flexibility factor. That is so awesome. Now, the larger legs of the walker can rotate 360 degrees at the very bottom there compared to the smaller ones there. Right here, you can move it 180 degrees, but you can't like rotate this section here because there's a gear that's kind of like preventing it from moving sideways. So that's okay though. I mean, technically we're supposed to have some more stability in the set, and if they rotated, this set will like do gymnastics, and that's not cool. Yeah, so in general, really awesome build here. You can actually move the leg back and forth. This here is like one of the primary legs, and it kind of like hangs there. Like if you drop it like this, it just kind of like hangs on the side and puts everything together, so that's cool. We have, of course, the exact same thing on the other side because, of course, this set is symmetrical. If it wasn't, I would be concerned. And yes, it can rotate back and forth, so that's cool. Now, at the very front of the ATTE, I like to think of this as the face of the walker. We have a total of 4 of these rotatable guns at the very front here. And at the very top, oh no, At the very top, you can shoot these studs, like we said before, and you can rotate this 360 degrees. And at the very top, we have printing on the slope to show the functionality of how the clone gunner would essentially control this portion of the gun. As I was moving it around, this piece actually fell off. So one thing to note, this piece has a tendency of falling out with ease. So make sure to like press it in a little harder than you normally would, just to ensure its stability. But yeah. And in order to access the control room of the ATTE, all you have to do is slide this portion out like so. And there you have it. We now have access to this little chair here with these controls. And you can actually put in a minifig. Let's say we'll put in Commander Cody. Commander Cody is now sitting in there. And all you have to do to put it back is simply note these slider pieces and slide it in like so. And there we go. The minifig is sitting in there nice and snug. I like the build of it so much. It's so much fun to play with, and the joints and the movement is just incredible. Moving on to the sides here, we have some stickers scattered throughout. We have these two right here, which are cool. We have this one right here. We also have stickers at the very top here, which I think complement the set kind of well. It's not terrible. I mean, it makes sense because if this was printed, it'll make the set so much more expensive, and it's kind of unnecessary if I do say so myself. I mean, stickers are kind of to be expected in a Lego set at this point, in my opinion. Yeah, and on the side, of course, we have stickers. Yep. And some more stickers. Now the stickers kind of like reflect each other because this set, again, is symmetrical, unlike most of these sets that I review on the channel. Now, in order to access the interior at the very back here, all you have to do is flap open these panels, move them to the side and rotate them. And at the very front, you can actually move this portion up, like so. And this reveals a very spacious interior for all of your 212 clone troopers to hang out. And for a demonstration, you just have to have them sit on the two studs there. And as you close it up, you just have to keep in mind that once you hear the little click, it's closed. And at the very front, you need to seal this portion like this. And there you go. They can all fit in nice and snug. I mean, that's really awesome. I really like that. Moving to the front, the same exact thing is actually possible. I just want to move this to the side here so it doesn't like block our view. But yes, you can take these sides to the side. No pun intended. And again, like I said before, the front can just slide out, which we'll do to see how far we can get with the expansion here. So at the very front, we are a little short on space, but you can fit a minifig in there and a minifig on the other side. So for the closure, you just have to hear the click. Once you hear this little click noise, you know that you're doing the right thing, and the top can close there nicely. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the review. Let me know in the comments down below if you went on to enjoy it, and if you plan on purchasing the set here in the very near future. I'm thrilled by it, and I think that LEGO did a fantastic job designing it all in all. And on that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.